Hello, I'm here today with my wonderful friend Teresa. Hello, Teresa.
Hi there.
And you just have the best news ever because Teresa just got remarried. And you know how exciting it is when you get married and the whole honeymoon thing. And oh, it's just amazing. But today I want to talk about for just a moment, do second marriages work? Because I know a lot of you out there, you've been married and you know either your mate died or possibly your first marriage ended in divorce, or you may even be going on your fourth or fifth marriage, I don't know. But all that I am here today with Teresa, my friend Teresa, is to give you hope that when it looks like things are not going to work out, that's when God can step in. And Teresa, you shared with me earlier about you came to a meeting that I was speaking in on Mother's Day several years ago, and you said that I called you out of the audience, and I gave you a word, and I said something to you that turned your life around. Talk about that for a moment.
I had been single or divorced for about 7 years.
That's a long time.
It is, and I have 2 beautiful boys, and I had started dating a man that I thought was the man that was for me.
Uh-oh. Now let's stop right there. That you thought was for you.
I thought, yes.
And what happened?
The Lord very wisely told me no. And not only did he tell me no, he made sure in every way that I knew the answer was no. And I still threw temper tantrums. And I asked God why he didn't want me happy. And,
no.
And I did. I threw many temper tantrums. And one day when I was walking, I did a lot of exercising just walking during the day,
right.
and I did a lot of talking to God. That's how when I got to talk to the Lord the most. And I finally said, you know what? Okay, you're not going to give me my way, but I'm going to love you and I'm going to praise you anyway. I'm not going to throw a fit anymore. I get it. And I just surrendered it that day. And that was probably a Thursday, and then you came that Sunday.
Okay.
And I was sitting where I always sit in the front row, and you
right.
pulled me up, and the Lord had spoken to Deborah and put it on her heart to talk to me. And it was very much the Lord saying, I see you. I see you. I've seen you this whole time. I've had you in my hands this whole time. You don't need to fix this. You don't need to find a man. I have one for you. And basically what you said to me was the Lord has recognized what you have told him, and that even though you didn't get your way, you decided that you were going to praise the Lord anyway.
Yes.
And because you let that go, because you said, okay, even though I'm not going to get my way, I'm going to love you and praise you for what I don't know. And because of that, he is going to not only bless you, not only give you the desires of your heart, but just more abundantly than you could ever imagine. And he did. And a month and a half later, I met Daniel. And I never knew what a good man was, really, until I met Daniel. The men that I had dated were womanizers, were untrustworthy,
right.
were not... They just weren't the man that God wanted me and my children to have.
Yes, yes.
I wanted my children to have a father figure that could teach them things. I always wanted 4 boys. I now have 4 boys and a girl.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, he's just given me everything I asked for, everything I wanted in a man or in a family. He's given me that, plus what he had for me.
So what you're saying, Teresa, because I want our audience to grab a hold of this, because maybe you've gone through a divorce, you've lost your mate to death, you know, maybe you've already gone through 2 or 3 marriages. Teresa and I are here to encourage you today that it is not too late for God to move upon your behalf, because what you're really saying is God gave you in Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 blessing that says that he's able to do exceeding abundantly above all we could ever ask or think.
Yes.
And so what you basically did is you revisited a word called surrender out. You surrendered your plan in exchange for the plan of God,
yes.
which was a much better plan. Come on over here, Daniel, and let's see God's blessing right now. And here we are, the 3 of us. And you waited for God's best.
Yes,
and here you have the most amazing, mighty man of God, a wonderful husband, a wonderful father. And so we are here to encourage you today that possibly you are trusting God to get married. Well, can I tell you, you you've got to exchange your plan in for the greater, much more wonderful plan, and that's for the plan of God. Wait for God's man. Wait for God's woman for your life. He's out there, she's out there, and get ready. Your pathways are about to cross because God's got good things for you.
Amen.
Right, Daniel and Teresa? God bless you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.